A family of 3 was stranded at sea. Just when they were desperate, the boat drifted to an uninhabited desert island. There was no fresh water or food on the island, and to their despair, the wife and son collapsed due to physical exhaustion. Only the men were left holding on, but soon Alan also collapsed due to the extreme lack of water. I don't know how long it took. A fisherman found them. He first offered the Alans fresh water, then said he would save them. Of course a payment was required from them. Alan didn't hesitate for a second. Alan was willing to pay him $40,000, but the fisherman was very unhappy after hearing this. He wanted Alan to pay him $1 million. Alan was shocked to hear that. He only had $40,000 in savings, but the fisherman had a tough attitude. Not a penny less would save them. Alan angrily pounced on the fisherman, but he saw that the other party was about to leave. In order to save his unconscious family, Alan agreed to the fisherman's request. But then the fisherman knocked Alan out. When Alan woke up, he found himself tied to the boat. He asked where his family was, but the fisherman said he will only rescue them when he receives his honorarium. They now have to go to the bank to get the money first. Then only will the rescue begin. And the fisherman was the only one who knew about the island they were on. Alan was in complete despair. He didn't know how long his wife would last on the island, but he didn't have a better solution. He could only helplessly choose to compromise. Soon they came to a nearby town. Alan called like a friend to borrow money, but he only borrowed a small amount. It was still far from $1 million. He came to the bank to check how much money was on the account, but after some inquiries, there was only $190,000 in cash in there. He told the fisherman that this was all he had. If it is not enough, then he will call the police. Then there is no way to get the money. The fisherman was frightened by Alan's words. He quickly agreed to his claim. Subsequently, Alan then transferred all his assets to the fisherman. After the fisherman got his payment, he took Alan to his fishing boat and let him drive the boat alone to follow him to the island. But just when Alan had just entered the cabin of the boat, the fisherman locked the door of the cabin directly outside. Alan was very angry. The fisherman said it was only for fear that he would call the police. He would release him when he got to the island. After saying that, he turned around and left. Alan had to follow him in his fishing boat. They traveled slowly towards the island, but they had just gone to the deep sea area. The fisherman came to the fishing boat where Alan was. Alan thought it was to let him out, only to see the fisherman pick up his fishing fork and hit the board hard.